Now this movement is predominantly about a roundhouse type punch, but the punch is coming low in this movement. So it's not a roundhouse punch you would think of coming up high. It's one that's dropping and coming across low. You're using your body motion and the twist of your body to power that strike. You also have a deflection that comes across with the right hand. So these two are happening at the same time. You don't want to pull across with the top and then punch with the bottom, and you don't want to punch and then pull across. You want to pull across and punch and use the twisting of the body to power both of those at the same time. So you're pulling and punching at the same time while you're shifting to the left leg. Of course, I'm going to begin as if I had started the form facing you, so directly toward you is south, and that's the direction that we were facing at the end of our last movement. At the end of our last movement, we had kicked out with the right foot and bent the leg. From here, we're going to circle with the right hand so it sweeps around and turns palm up and extends forward. At the same time, the left hand is going to follow the fingertips, sweeping in next to the hip, so it's turning palm up, coming in here, and it's going to slide up, palm up above the right arm. Then it's going to turn and grab as the right hand drops down, and then as you're pulling back and sinking back, you're going to punch with the right hand low. As you're doing that with your hands, what your feet are going to do from our last movement, you're going to step forward with the right foot as the hands circle. So from here, circle the hands, step, and shift forward. As you're shifting forward to the right foot, that's when the left hand comes up above the right, again crossing at the wrists. And then as this hand starts to turn, like it's deflecting and grabbing, you're going to step back further with the left foot and touch with the toe. Then as you shift back, that's where you turn and grab and twist the body for the punch. And you sink down into a low bow stance or into a taming the tiger stance. Here. Let's go through that again from our last movement. We kicked and then bent our leg. We're still facing to the south. The hands are going to scoop around. The right hand makes a small circle. The left hand makes a larger circle that comes in past the hip and then slides up. As they do that, you're going to step forward with the right foot. And as you shift forward to the right foot, the left hand comes up. And when you finish, your left wrist is on top of the right wrist. From here, that left hand is going to start turning. And as it starts to do that movement, you step back with the left foot and start to drop the right hand. As you sweep across pulling with this hand, pull the right hand in close to you, sweep it around, and punch as you shift back. Of course, there is a variation for this movement for those of you who are not comfortable with going that low. And the only difference is that you don't sink as low. Everything else is the same. So instead of stepping back and punching in a low stance like this, I would step back and punch here in a higher stance, same body structure, same stance. I'm just not sinking as far. So you can make this stance even less wide if you want to, and still shift to the left leg as you do this punch. It's really up to you as far as what your legs are comfortable with doing. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I'd started the form facing this way. So this would be south for me, and that's the direction I was facing when I finished our last movement. From here, circle the hands so that they turn palm up, and step with the right heel, still going to the south. The left hand slides up as I shift forward, left wrist on top of right. As it starts to turn and as I start to drop the right hand, I'm going to step back with the left foot. As the left hand sweeps across with that grab, the right hand's going to drop back behind me and then sweep back over toward the front of me, twisting as I punch. Again, from our last movement, step forward with the right foot, circling both hands so that they're palm up. Shift forward to the right foot as the left hand comes up. As the hand starts to turn so that the thumb comes toward me and then drops down, so I'm turning the palm away from me, like I'm grabbing something to pull it back, and as I drop the right hand, I'm going to step back with the left foot, touching with the toe. Then I'm going to turn the foot so that it's facing to the east. At the same time, I'm going to drop the right hand back, sweep across with the left hand, turn the right foot so it's facing east, and sink down. When I finish, my body is facing east, but my attention is still to the south. My punch is going in the direction of east, and my left fist is also pointing to the east. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I'd started the form, facing away from you. So this direction would be south for me. Our last movement, left is facing to the south. The hands are going to circle as I step forward with the right foot. The left hand slides up, left wrist on top of right as I shift forward. As the right hand begins to drop and as I start to turn my left hand out, I'm going to step back with the left foot, touching with the toe. From here, I'm going to turn that foot on the toe so that it's facing to the east as I sweep across. Right hand drops back and sweeps around. Turn my right foot to face east and sink down. Again, from our last movement, circle the hands, step with the right foot. Shift forward, left hand goes forward. Step back, sweep across, pulling with the left hand, punching with the right, and sink down. Body and stance is turned toward the east. My attention is toward the south. Now I'm going to demonstrate as if I'd started the form facing this way. So this direction would be south for me, and our last movement left us facing toward the south. From here, we're going to step straight forward with the right foot, touching with the heel. At the same time, circle the hands so they turn palm up. The left hand slides next to the hip and comes up so the left wrist is above the right. From here, as I turn the left hand out and start to drop the right hand, I'm going to step back with the left foot. I'm going to turn my left foot so it's facing to the east. My left hand continues back, and my right hand punches as I sink and twist. At the end, my stance is facing to the east, my body is facing to the east, but my attention is to the south. Again, from our last movement, facing to the south, step forward with the right foot as the hands circle, palm up. As I shift forward, my left hand goes forward so that the left wrist is above the right wrist. I'm going to turn my left hand out like I'm grabbing something, and I'm dropping the right hand down as I step back. Then as I twist and sink, I pull with the left hand, punch with the right hand. Both fists are facing off to the east at the end of that movement. Now I want to show you those hands a little bit closer. So from here, they circle this way. So they're making, like the fingertips are leading, and they're following around to turn palm up. The left hand is making the bigger circle, the right hand is making the smaller circle in front. So from here, they circle as I step. The left hand slides up on top, so the left wrist is above the right. Then it's going to turn out like I'm grabbing something here. At the same time, the right hand is dropping down, and I step back as they do this. Then as I shift back and turn, I pull with the left and punch across with the right. Now the punch with the right hand is also a horizontal punch. It's coming across this way though, but if I was to stick my thumb out, my thumb would point toward me when I finish that punch. So it's not a vertical punch like we've done before, where the thumb would point up. It's a horizontal punch here. That's all there is to this movement. I hope you found this video very helpful. Thank you for watching.